Sorry for not been posting lately. I just kind of it's the end of the. I just had some things to get taken care of. Since summer's approaching, I should be posting some more. But right now we're gonna react to um DangerVille GXK G XK. I don't know why I couldn't say that. SuperNova teaser breakdown because I don't want to do a breakdown myself because the last breakdown I did was not really good. So I'm just reacting to DangerVille. Subscribe to them, not to me, please. Don't. Well, we get into it.
Welcome home, residents. It's your Mayor Alistair back, and wow, I was not expecting this. I thought we were about another year away from getting any kind of new info about GXK 3, but out of nowhere, Legendary have just announced the title of the next MonsterVerse film with a brand new reveal teaser, and it confirms several things we've been speculating on for the past few months. There's a bunch of Godzilla stuff randomly dropping right now, there's a new animation of Godzilla with green atomic breath that we're making a video about, as well as the new Godzilla ride that was confirmed, and now this. But what is the title? Well, you probably all know what it is by now, but subscribe anyway, because there's going to be a lot more Godzilla videos to come. And yes, I'm also talking about the 70% of you that aren't subscribed, so go do it already, because things are about to get hot. The title for the next MonsterVerse film is Godzilla x Kong SuperNova, which is just epic. And we got a full title reveal teaser, just like we did with the new Empire. However, this one is a little different, giving us a bunch of smaller details instead of outright showing us the new world-ending threat. But there's still plenty of details here that really change everything we know about the MonsterVerse so far. The trailer was released with this description. Please stand by, your call is very important to us. Godzilla x Kong now in production, only in theaters, March 26, 2027. Report a Titan sighting, call 240-MON-ARCH, hinting at a wide ARG marketing campaign. But what happens when you actually call that number? Well, stick around to the end to find out. But first, let's get to that breakdown. The teaser opens up with a Monarch facility. Everyone's going about their day as usual, and on the screen we see a bunch of dots which likely represents Titan sightings. One of the first things we hear is a phone going off, so it's more than likely that this team is set up to respond to incoming calls from civilians. On another screen we see it says that Rio has completed its multi-billion-dollar rebuild, which I guess is convenient. I'm still really hoping we see the fallout of this, because they can't just keep destroying cities and everyone be fine with it. Now, there is something very interesting happening on screen that you might have missed, because what is that? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because that looks an awful lot like an alien megastructure, coming in the form of several glowing blue pyramids. They look to have a similarity to the crystal formations we saw in the new Empire, which the Iwi used to manipulate gravity. Now, if these really are of alien origin, this could mean that the Iwi technology are actually remnants from aliens that had visited before, or they at one point were allies with the aliens and shared their technology with the early humans. This definitely confirms that aliens will have a presence in the film, potentially as the world-ending invaders, and that they may indeed be humanoid, unless they turn out to be gorillas in spacesuits. Although they more than likely won't be alone, and will have monsters of their own on their side to fight with them. With a title called SuperNova, it could be hinting at Space Godzilla, which I think is everyone's biggest guess, which I'd personally love, though it could also be Gigan, who appeared in Godzilla vs. Gigan via something that looks an awful lot like, you guessed it, a supernova. But there's also other things in the trailer that make me think it's Space Godzilla, so hold out for that. This is a massive thing to put in the first second of your reveal trailer, but the details don't stop there. If we look at the desk, we see a picture of the legend himself, Sam Neill, who you know as Alan Grant from Jurassic Park, who was confirmed a few weeks back to have a role in this upcoming film, which I am super hyped about. We already heard that Caitlin Dever's character is a Monarch operative, so this could be her desk, and Sam Neill could be her father, and the image next to him is her mother. Hopefully Sam Neill lasts more than 20 minutes, unlike Bryan Cranston's character. At the corner of her desk, we can see a plant with a sign that says, "Feeling cute, might die later," which I'm not sure is hinting at anything major. I doubt it's implying Biolante will be in the film, or that a main character will die, but who knows. In the corner of the screen, we see that they're wanting to follow up on Trapper, Bernie Hayes, Helen Hampton, Rick Stanton, and Jay Jorgensen. If you don't know who Jay is, she was one of the Monarch operatives from Monarch Declassified who witnessed the pink goo actually reviving Tiamat. So it does look like that pink stuff may be important leading into SuperNova. The screen also points towards a big event happening in Sedona, Arizona. Now, if you look at this area, it's a lot of desert, and more desert. So, what could the significance of this place be? Now, the only time we've really seen this place before was when Scylla woke up after hearing Ghidorah's alpha call, but since then there's not really been anything significant. On the screen flashes emergency alert, status severe, and to call Monarch. But what could this Titan be? Well, remember when I said it could be something from space? Well, our friends were able to decipher this binary code that's flashing up on screen. And you know what it says? Godzilla Kong, watch this space. Which actually goes back to Dan Stevens' hint a few months back, where he also said watch this space. So we weren't insane for saying that was a hint. But the message actually repeats. Godzilla Kong, watch this space. Godzilla Kong, watch this space. Godzilla, watch this space. Godzilla, space, Godzilla. Are you getting it yet? It could not be any clearer that this teaser is telling us that Space Godzilla will be the antagonist of Godzilla X Kong SuperNova, which is just huge because he was literally my favorite character to play as in Save the Earth. So seeing him in the Monsterverse would literally be insane. The teaser ends with a look at the new title, which is very sci-fi looking, and around it you can see stars dotted around the screen, as the reveal imitates that of a supernova, but it also looks like a portal opening up, which may be significant. And finally we see now in production with the sound of Godzilla's iconic roar. But it does sound slightly off, not like the evolved Godzilla we got in GXK. So could this actually be Space Godzilla roaring? Either way, this gives us more hints that this will be a Godzilla-focused film, which I think 90% of us are relieved to hear, because Kong has had the spotlight for way too long. Now, what's up with that phone number? What happens when you call it? Well, I messaged them on WhatsApp just to show you. When you text them, they ask you to tell them if you want to report a Titan sighting, or whether you want info on how to prepare for a Titan emergency. This is what happens when you select number 1.
In order for our support team to properly assist you, we ask that you provide as much detail as possible. Please share the location and time of your sighting, as well as physical attributes, utterances, or behavioral information about the Titan that you wish to provide. Be advised, your report may be archived for Monarch personnel training or broadcast in future briefings. Your call is very important to us, and we thank you for reporting this sighting. Stay safe and vigilant.
As they requested, I recorded myself talking about how I just saw Godzilla.
It's literally Godzilla.
And now I'm awaiting a response from their team, which I assume will give me more information about SuperNova or how to protect myself from a Godzilla attack. And this is what happens when you select number 2.
Titan-related events cannot be predicted, so it's important to stay vigilant, remain calm, and be ready. Here are some ways you can stay prepared in the event of a Titan-related emergency. Pay attention to and act quickly upon receiving text alerts. Titans are forces of nature that cannot be contained. They are unpredictable, massive in size, and incredibly dangerous. If you are in the vicinity of a Titan, please do not engage. Our highly trained response team is ready to help in any crisis that may arise. For your safety, please go to your nearest Titan shelter immediately. If you're not near a Titan shelter and require assistance, please save this phone number for future needs.
Since this is an ARG, which means alternative reality game, it's likely that we'll be getting more text and information over time as we learn more about the film. Like we'll get warnings that aliens are attacking, or Space Godzilla has been spotted, or something like that. The film is directed by Grant Sputor and will star Caitlin Dever, Dan Stevens, Matthew Modine, Sam Neill, Jack O'Connell, and Delroy Lindo. And it doesn't really have a synopsis. All we have so far is the film will feature several new human characters alongside the beloved and iconic Titans, Godzilla and Kong, as they face off against a cataclysmic, world-ending threat. Which is pretty much the same as all the other synopsis. This is a huge day for Monsterverse fans. I am so hyped about this. Based on the trailer, it looks like the film will indeed be more grounded, at least tonally, but will have more science fiction elements, which is pretty much everything we've been asking for. But what do you think about the teaser and the title? And will Space Godzilla really be coming? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and stop the notification button to become a resident of Dangerville today. And remember to like this video because it helps it reach a wider audience. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.
Wow, that was a great video. So, I'm gonna post this video down in the description. My theory is that I'm pretty sure I would honestly, I think honestly, Godzilla will come with aliens. But I feel like at the end of the movie, they somehow become allies with Godzilla and Kong. And then they'll have to face threat all together. Yeah. But if you have any predictions, post them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Peace!